Today I'm doing something I probably shouldn't do to a camera. I'm going to freeze it solid, literally turn it into an ice cube, and then see if it still works afterwards. Is it going to survive? Let's find out. So this is going to be the camera we're sacrificing. It is a Canon 400D. I got it off Marketplace for about $70 and it currently works perfectly fine. But there's a few things I want to do to give this camera the best chance of survival. Number one, I'm going to remove the battery. So a lot of electronic devices, they actually die because there's still power running through them when they're put into water. So by taking the battery out, hopefully it gives it a little bit more of a chance of survival. Number two, I'm going to use filtered water. Now this may or may not make a difference, but I'm going to be using filtered water from my fridge because the way I see it, the less impurities there are, the less chance of there being corrosive materials or anything like that in the water, hopefully. I don't even know if that's going to make a difference, but we'll see. And number three, I'm going to let it dry out for a few days before turning it on. So again, similar to the first point, most electronics die when they come in contact with water is because there's electricity going through them, they're turned on, it shorts out a whole bunch of the components and it basically fries whatever it is that is in the water. By letting it dry out, there is a chance that if we don't turn it on, we won't destroy any of those components. But my biggest fear is that the ice is going to expand, or the water is going to expand when it becomes ice, and it may start to actually physically break things inside the camera, such as the ribbon cable, any soldering, anything like that, but we'll see. So let's get this camera into this tub full of water, freeze it for about 24 hours, and see if it can survive. All right, this just doesn't feel right at all. Any camera that's currently working should never be destroyed, but I'm sacrificing this one in the name of science. So let's see what happens here. Oh my gosh. Oh, this feels gross. Oh, the bubbles aren't a good sign at all. Probably have to put a little bit more water in there just to make sure it probably comes up to this line here. Oh no. Let's get this in the freezer. Alright, so it is in the freezer. I'll see you in about 24 hours. Alright, so it has been about 24 hours. Let's open this up and see what it looks like. It's actually mangled the container, but we'll take it outside. We'll try and get it out of the container without breaking the container and see how it looks. Hopefully it just slides out. I don't want to break the container or the cube yet. Thought this would come out easier. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's all broken on the bottom. I feel like it's going to split in half. Oh, that's the actual camera. Alright, so it is out of the tub. Now we're going to smash it open. I could just let it melt, but I think it'd be more fun to smash it. I'm going to hit it with a hammer, but I'm not going to go too crazy because that will probably destroy the camera itself. So yeah, let's get this out of here. Ah, my hands are frozen. This is freezing. Before I smash this open, let me know in the comments below, do you think the camera's still going to work or do you think it's completely dead? Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because that really helps videos like this get pushed into the algorithm. But yeah, let's smash this open.
Today I'm doing something I probably shouldn't do to a camera. I'm going to freeze it solid, so literally turn it into
Number one, I'm going to remove the battery.
Number two, I'm going to see if it's still working afterwards. Is it going to survive?
Let's find out. doing something I probably shouldn't do to a camera.
Going to freeze it solid. Literally turn into a vegetable. Going to let it dry out for a few days. Then see if it still works afterwards.
Is it going to survive?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. It's still, I think the screen's smashed. I don't know if the screen's smashed or there's just ice inside it, but there's ice in every little crevice of this camera, the eyepiece, all up here. Obviously this will all melt eventually. The lens is like iced, I can't even zoom in or out. It is completely iced up. But yeah, like I said, I want to give this the best chance of survival, so I'll probably leave it for probably 1 to 3 days or something like that. It's quite a warm day today, so I might actually just leave it out here to defrost, and then maybe another day or two. I'll see how I go, and then we'll try and turn this on and see if it's dead or alive. My guess is that it's dead. See you in 3 days. No, I'm joking. So the time has come to see if this camera is still working. Now, before we actually try and switch it on, I'm going to tell you what happened over the few days after we smashed this out of the ice block. So that day I left it outside on the table out here for a few hours, basically till night time. It was a nice warm day and the camera just poured water for hours and hours. So as it defrosted, I brought it back inside, and then the next day I had it in front of a fan heater for about 3 or 4 hours, and I just kept moving it. The lens was obviously off by this point. I just kept moving in different positions to hopefully dry out different parts of the camera. I opened up all the ports, the flaps, everything that I could. And then that night, I think it was about 8 o'clock at night, I purchased some silica gel packets. I bought 100 of them. If you don't know what those are, there's little packets. They're also called desiccant, and they're supposed to kind of pull moisture out of the air and suck it in, kind of like the whole putting electronics in rice theory. But I don't really think rice works all that good. There's better things like couscous and other more absorbent things like that. But yeah, I bought silica gel packets, about 100 of them, and I put this in a tub full of those packets and then put a lid on there. And it's been like that for about 2 days. So I've just taken it out of there then. Now, one thing that I noticed that kind of destroyed me and I'm a bit upset about, I didn't realize until once I got the camera out of the ice and everything and I was kind of taking a look at it, I didn't realize and I forgot that older DSLRs often have a secondary battery. And it's just like a small button cell battery, and it's to keep the time and settings and all that type of stuff saved when you take the main battery out. Now, unfortunately, I forgot all about that, so that battery has been in there the whole time. I did take it out after the ice thing and cleaned it and everything, but unfortunately that was in there when the water went in, when it got frozen and all that type of stuff. So if this camera's dead, I'll never know whether it was just because of that battery or it was going to die anyway. But I think that's about it. I'm really scared to try and turn this on, but let's give it a go. So first thing we'll do, put the battery back in. Oh, by the way, I've given it a really quick clean. I've taken the lens off. When I do look through the viewfinder, it's pretty foggy. Now, I did clean the mirror, but I'm assuming that when I look through the lens itself, it's very, very cloudy. So I think a lot of the water, ice, and all that type of stuff is just gone all throughout the lens. Now, keep in mind, this camera and the lens is not weather sealed. It's not waterproof at all. Even a weather sealed camera isn't made to be sunk in water and frozen like we did. So anyway, let's turn this on, chuck the battery in. I am actually scared. And I'm about to flick it on. My theory now, so the other day I said that I think the camera's dead. My theory now is that I reckon the camera will turn on, but I don't think there'll be things wrong with it, I reckon. Like the sensor's probably destroyed, something like that. All right, let's turn this on. 3, 2, 1, on. Oh, green light's on. Oh, it's asking for the date and time. Oh my God. Wow, it's on. Let's take a photo. Like, this viewfinder is so foggy. Or autofocus might be dead. It's trying, but it can't focus. So I'd say if anything, the lens is probably gone. Let's just set it to manual to force it to take a photo. Error. Shooting is not possible. Turn the power switch off and on again, or reinstall the battery. Something might be dead. That could be the lens low. I think I do have another Canon lens like this I can try. So let's try one more time, take a photo. Nah. Error 99. Alright, so I'll turn it back off and on. I'll take the battery out. These batteries are so hard to get out. Alright, battery back out. Back in. Switch it on. By the way, the screen wasn't broken, it was just ice and water all inside it, so... Alright, let's try this again. Nah, it doesn't want to take the actual photo. So, give me a second, I'm going to see if I have another lens. I believe I have another 18-55 somewhere I can chuck on and try it, because it may just be the lens not communicating with the body properly, because I reckon, if anything, I reckon the lens is absolutely destroyed, and I reckon the camera body itself probably seems alright. It's turning on and everything, so I'm going to grab a lens, and we'll see if we can get this to work. Alright, so this is a much newer 18-55. It's pretty much brand new. I don't think it's been used. Let's chuck it on. See if it works. If this doesn't work, I have a bit of a theory why, and I think I'll turn it on. Let's see. So it turns on and everything. It just did an automatic sensor clean. That's weird. Let's turn back off. Oh no, there we go. Alright, it's on now. So I'll leave it on autofocus this time because this lens should be alright. Yeah, it won't take the photo. Shooting's not possible. So my theory is, what I just did off camera quickly before I got this new lens out, I tried to put the camera in cleaning mode, and what that's supposed to do is lift the shutter and the mirror so you can clean the sensor, and it just didn't do anything. So I have a feeling that it's broken the flip up mirror motor or the shutter. I'm not too sure, but it sucks. I had high hopes that this was actually going to still work. I'll try one more time. At least this one focuses. The other lens is gone as well. the lens that we froze. Yeah, doesn't want to fire. Well, that's what happens when you freeze a camera, I guess. I mean, in some circumstances, it may have survived. Like maybe if I took that other battery out, maybe a different camera. But yeah, I think this one's dead. What I will do though, I'll update you in the comments if anything happens. Like if in a few days, for some reason, this randomly starts to work, I might have a little fiddle with it, try and see if I can free up the motor, or try and see what's wrong with it. But yeah, I'll update you in the comments if there is any updates. But yeah, if you enjoy photography, please check out my photography courses. There'll be a link in the description below. Other than that, this was a really fun video to make. I really enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very, very much for watching.